Kool TV proudly presents East Carter Raiders Baseball as the Kool Hit Sports Network brings you coverage of the Raiders live from Grayson, Kentucky. Now let's head to the field for the pregame show and East Carter Raiders Baseball live on Kool TV.
And a pleasant good evening from now a sun-drenched JP Kouns Field after some storms pushed through the area and delayed our start here on senior night. But the field looks beautiful, and we're ready for some baseball as we get you set for Martin County and East Carter here in this mid part of May. Good evening, everyone. James Carr, happy to have you along with us here as the Martin County Cardinals, 8-12 out of Region 15, visits the East Carter Raiders, 16-9. Raiders victorious last night, knocking off Ashland 4-3, trying to keep things rolling here in this latter part of the regular season. Martin County on the other side, they're in the midst of a 6-game losing streak. They lost to Belfry 8-5 on Monday. We'll take a break. We come back. We'll look at our starting lineups and get you ready for first pitch. Martin County and East Carter next on Kool TV.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Kentucky Christian University is a private, nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky. For over a century, KCU has been transforming the hearts and minds of students through a Christ-centered academic community that is both academically rigorous and intimately personal. Begin the journey to the career of your dreams today at kcu.edu.
Back here in Grayson as we get you set for Martin County and East Carter. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. We'll start first with the visiting Cardinals. Leading things off as his designated hitter is Aiden Horn. Batting second and playing center field, Blake LeMaster. Batting third and catching is Damian Cheek. The cleanup hitter is the second baseman, Crayson Lafferty. Batting fifth at shortstop, Chase Stacy. Batting sixth at first base, Ryan Stevens. Batting seventh in left field is Dylan Hale. Batting eighth at third base, Hunter Moore. And batting ninth and pitching is Aiden Mann. Horn, LeMaster, Cheek, Lafferty, Stacy, Stevens, Hale, Moore, and Mann. Now let's take a look at the starting lineups for Connor Robinson's East Carter Raiders. Leading things off and pitching is Logan Rice. Batting second at third base, Colton McGuire. Batting third at first base, Braden Flatt. The cleanup hitter is the center fielder, Landon Yoke. Batting fifth in right field, Colin Pennington. Batting sixth at second base, Riley Steele. Batting seventh and catching is Mason Van Landingham. Batting eighth as a designated hitter is Reed Griffith. He'll hit for the outfitter of Caleb Lane. And batting ninth and playing shortstop is Lawson Wilder. Rice, McGuire, Flatt, Yoke, Pennington, Steele, Van Landingham, Griffith, and Wilder. We'll step out for a break, and we'll come back and get you ready for first pitch next on Kool TV.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
The Greenup County Public Library System is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart Collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter. Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Baseball and softball seasons are here, and Grayson Sporting Goods is your one-stop shop for everything from bats and gloves to helmets and accessories. No matter the age, Grayson Sporting Goods has the size to get your favorite star ready to hit the field. Grayson Sporting Goods also offers a full selection of East and West Carter team gear with custom printing and embroidery available on many items. Stop by Grayson Sporting Goods, located on Main Street in downtown Grayson, proudly serving Carter County and surrounding counties since 1975.
Kentucky Christian University is a private, non-profit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky. For over a century, KCU has been transforming the hearts and minds of students through a Christ-centered academic community that is both academically rigorous and intimately personal. Begin the journey to the career of your dreams today at kcu.edu.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family, because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Defensive alignments here. Back here in Grayson as we get you set for Martin County and East Carter. Due up for the visiting Cardinals, Aiden Horn, Blake Lemaster, and Damian Cheek. Let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Raiders. Left to right, Caleb Lane, or check that, it's Connor Lane. I told you wrong earlier. That's Connor Lane. That's my mistake. Landon Yoke and Colin Pennington. Third to first, Colton McGuire, Lawson Wilder, Riley Steele, and Braden Flatt. Mason Van Landingham behind the dish. And the southpaw senior of Logan Rice is on the bump. Rice making his 9th appearance on the season with a 2-1 record, a 5.06 ERA, 18 innings of work, 11 hits given up. He struck out 16, walked 23. He surrendered 16 runs on the season. 13 of those have been earned. Scheduled for a 6:30 first pitch on the start time, but Mother Nature and a tardy arrival from the Cardinals coming all the way up from south of Louisa. They arrived right at about 6:35 and then had to get some field work done after some significant shower activity took over. But the field looks beautiful and we're ready for baseball. Our umpire crew tonight, Zach Moore behind the plate. Bill Heberlin will have the bases. Senior night for the Raiders as they honored their 3 seniors. Logan Rice, Braden Flatt, and Colin Pennington. So the designated hitter of Aiden Horn will start us off. Do not have statistics for Martin County. They've only put stats in for 9 of their games this year, so no stats for them. First pitch is in there for a call and strike. This ball game's underway. 7:39 on the first pitch. Beautiful sunny skies over top the ballpark. Nice and comfortably sitting right at about 68 degrees. A little bit of a light breeze blowing in from the outfield. That's very uncharacteristic for this ballpark. Typically, wind blowing out. But here tonight, it is blowing in. 1 ball, 2 strike count. This one slapped out towards short. Wilder will field. Strong throw across. In time, one down. So the center fielder, Blake LeMaster, will come in. Works on that right-handed side as Rice goes to work on his second batter. The breaking ball gets away from him. 1-0. Something to keep of note as ball's put in play. They're going to pick up that moisture. It's off the grass, and then as a pitcher, really got to take some time, maybe rub that thing down before you try to sling it toward the plate to be able to get a good grip on those breaking pitches. Came right back there with a fastball and evens the count at 1-1. This one's lifted skyward out to left center. Lane runs it down. 2 down in the inning. So the catcher, Damian Cheek, will come in with 2 down in the inning. Breaking ball grabs the upper half on the top. 0-1. Grayson Lafferty in the on-deck circle would go next if the inning continues. Rice misses somewhere on that one. Maybe got a little bit on the pitch on the first offering, and they even things up on that one. Count evens at 1-1. Fists this one foul over into the Raiders' dugout. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Cardinals catcher. Cheek wipes out that front half of the batter's box on the right-handed side. Flares this one foul over off the first base side, now to play. These two teams played back on April the 12th. That was down at Martin County. Raiders won that game 14-1 in 5 innings. 1-2 breaking ball out in the gap. Yoke got a good jump on it, but that one's all the way out into the corner. Yoke will fire it in. They're going to try for 2, and they've got him dead to rights. So give him a single and out trying to stretch it to a 2-bagger. So they go in order here in the first, scoreless, as we return to Grayson after this on Kool TV.
Hello, everyone. I am Rick Clark. Let me introduce you to Carlisle, Annabelle, and Zach.
And as you can tell by these commercials, this family has a lot of fun.
We have a great team here at Clark's.
And we would love for you to join our family.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pub and Shop.
Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Martin County picks up a hit, but cannot do anything with it as the runner gets cut down trying to stretch it out for the double. So the Cardinals go in order. The Raiders come into plate now. Rice, McGuire, and Flat. Let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Martin County Cardinals. Left to right will be Dylan Hale, Blake LeMaster, and Elijah Mills. Third to first, Hunter Moore, Chase Stacy, Grayson Lafferty, and Ryan Stevens. Behind the dish is Damian Cheek, and on the bump is the right-hander Aiden Mann. Don't have numbers for Martin County as they had only, out of their record coming in at 8-12, they've only reported 9 stats. So was not going to waste a lot of time with putting numbers in that are pretty much irrelevant. Mann is a junior. He did not work in the game against East Carter when they played back on April the 12th. Hale started that game, went 3 innings. Hunter Moore and Jacob Stafford tossed an inning each. So the sun has pretty much disappeared from most of the ball field. Just a little bit still lingering around out there on the center field wall. As we're going to play most of this game tonight under twilight and lights because of the late start. So Logan Rice will start us off, a .429 hitter. 3 hits, 9 driven in on the season with 1 double. Rice with good speed for that top half of the order as well. Sends this one back to short. He's going to beat this one out easily. A slow roller up the middle. It's going to be an infield single as Stacy could not get to it quick enough to be able to throw out the speedster. And a good start for the senior as he gets the leadoff hit. And now Colton McGuire comes in. McGuire batting .429 on the season. 30 hits, 12 driven in, 8 doubles on the year. We got our Kool Sports trivia question coming up at the top of the second inning. That's a balk. Yeah, he got him. He's got him to get in his motion. So they'll balk the runner out to second base. So the Raiders already putting pressure on the Cardinals here early on. So now McGuire with an opportunity to do some damage here in the home first. There's a soft check of Rice back at second base. He's in easily. McGuire awaits the pitch. Here it comes. It's a fastball with the knees. A called strike 0-1. Scores around the bigs today. Red Sox blank the Rangers 5-0. Other finals today, Royals beat up on the White Sox 10-0, and it was the Tigers taking the first game of the Twin Bill over the Rockies 10-2. In game number 2, the Tigers leading the Rockies 6-1. Phillies and the Rays are even at 1. Braves early 1-0 lead over the Reds. This one's chopped over to third. That'll be in foul. Other games still to go tonight. Blue Jays at the Angels. Dodgers are at the D-backs. Twins and just went final. They defeated the Orioles 5-2. Scoreless here. Raiders get a leadoff man aboard on the infield single from Logan Rice. Moves to second on the balk, and an opportunity here to dent the scoreboard here on Senior Day. 0-2 pitch. A rocket down the line, but a foul ball. Raiders' upcoming schedule. They got a doubleheader over at Rowan County on Saturday. They'll play Rowan County and Scott. They go to Russell on Tuesday, and then back home for Bath County on Wednesday. We'll have that game right here on Kool TV. 0-2 breaking ball stays upstairs. 1-2. Bit of sunlight peeking through the clouds out there in center field. So just a slightest breath of air coming in out of that left center field gap toward the home plate area. And man is really concerned about Logan Rice out at second base. McGuire being patient, awaiting the pitch on the 1-2 count. Lifts this one skyward behind the plate. Cheek giving it a look. He'll make the catch for the first out of the inning.
Next up for the Raiders, number 21, Braden Flatt.
So that brings in the first baseman of Braden Flatt. .413 hitter, 31 hits, 28 driven in, 7 doubles, 4 walks on the season. One of those 3 seniors coming in. Great opportunity here to add his RBI total. A team leading at 28, only one with over 20. Rice a healthy lead out at second base. And man slings that one wide for a ball 1-0. Another check of Rice. That one a little closer. Over to the first base side. Stevens giving it a look. He's going to run out of real estate. That's going to get over top of the first base dugout and out of play as the count evens at 1-1. Tigers have extended their lead now over the Rockies 8-1. Flat settles back in that right-handed side. Man from the stretch. Has the one he likes. To the plate he comes and slings that one down and away for a ball, 2-1. Two-one fouled away. Good at bat here by Flat. So the call's coming directly from the dugout. The catcher not sending anything out to his battery mate. Everybody looks at the wristband, settles in, and gets ready to go. Here's the 2-2. Down and away, and the count goes full to the first baseman for the Raiders. Three balls, two strikes, one out here in the first. Outside corner, caught him looking, strike three. There's one away, or two away here in the first inning. So Landon Yoke will come in with two down and a runner at second base, batting .288 on the year, 19 hits, 19 driven in with 6 doubles, 11 walks on the season. Rice out at second after the infield single, and the bonk moved him to second. And they'll check him again, and again, they're keeping a very tight rope on him out at second base. Raiders looking for some two-out magic here in the home first. There goes Rice. This one swung on the miss. Throw down to third is not in time. Rice is going to steal second, or from second to third, as he'll slide in with his 14th stolen base on the season. And the Raiders 90 feet away from denting the scoreboard here in the home first. Got a great jump there on the pitch. So now can Yoke come up clutch and bring him home. Man will continue to work from the stretch. The high leg kick. This one's out to center field. LeMaster's drifting into the gap. He'll make the catch in the sun, and that'll end the inning. Raiders threaten, but they leave a runner aboard. We're scoreless 3-1. Back to Grayson after this on Kool TV.
Here at Kentucky Christian University, we believe that nursing saves lives. Nursing is more than a career, it's a calling. KCU has a reputation for producing exemplary graduates who excel both clinically and professionally. With options for both in-person and online studies, KCU is ready to help you begin the career of your dreams today. Find out more at kcu.edu.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations, or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, Member FDIC.
Top of the second inning, scoreless here in Grayson. Lafferty, Stacy, and Stevens, the three to go for the visiting Cardinals. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Co-Ed Sports Trivia question. This date back in 1984, the White Sox and the Brewers got into a game that ended up getting suspended due to the curfew for the city, and they had to come back and play the next day. The question is, in what inning were they in when the game got suspended? A, the 15th inning, B, the 17th inning, C, the 18th inning, or D, the 19th inning? The number there to text, 606-571-7281. Text me, we'll check the answer at the top of the fifth inning. Hopefully we don't run into that type of stuff here tonight. That's right. We're going to call this for curfew at 11 o'clock regardless. Grayson Lafferty will lead things off. He's the second baseman for the Cardinals. Both teams start the ball game with a hit. Both leave a runner on board. And just misses wide for a ball. It's 2-0. Our crew here tonight, my executive producer, Trey Collier. Our camera operator up on the hillside is my wife, Felicia. Got a chance to make the trip out to Johnny's this evening. Had dinner before the ball game. That's always a good trip. Haven't been to Grayson in quite some time, so good chance to get out here and catch up with some people and see what all's going on around the ballpark. So a 4-pitch walk to Lafferty. And that'll bring in the shortstop of Chase Stacy. Rays have taken a 2-1 lead over the Phillies now, the game after 3. No other changes in the scores of the games that's going on currently. Rice shows bunt, and Stacy has to hop over top of this one. Rice has offered 5 pitches here in the frame, and all of them been balls. And now time requested. It's like gusts from the gods blowing in from the left center field gap as the southpaw comes set. This one's bunted up the line. This is a dandy. Rice is going to have to hustle, and did they get him? They did. So the sacrifice is complete, though. A heck of a play there by Logan Rice as the out will go 1-3. But that will move the runner into scoring position for the Cardinals. So the first baseman, Ryan Stevens, steps in. 1 out, 1 on, out at second base for the Cardinals. Rice slings that one high for a ball. The long pause from the southpaw. The 1-0 gets wide, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. This one's lifted skyward out to Lane. He's backpedaling. He's got a beat on as he starts to drift in on that wind. Makes that catch. 2 down in the inning. So in comes Dylan Hale, the left fielder. Lafferty out at second base after the walk, and then sacrifice bunt moved him to that position. This one's chopped through the hole on the left side, a base hit. Lafferty got a late jump because the ball headed that way, so he's not going to be able to score, but they're at the corners with 2 down here in the second for the Cardinals. Second hit of the ball game. So in comes now the third baseman, Hunter Moore. See if the Cardinals trying to get fancy here with the first and third. Rice has got him picked off. They're going to go to second base. They throw it late. Had the lead kick. Hale broke. And he's going to take second base on the high throw. So he had the move but could not get the play for the final out of the inning. So now two big opportunities on the base paths for the Cardinals and Mr. Hunter Moore. He fouls the first pitch away. The 0-1. Breaking ball stays high and wide. 1 ball, 1 strike. One fisted foul over on the first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rice trying to get out of the inning unscathed. 1-2. Breaking ball can't find the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's something he struggled with here early going. Kind of letting the Cards, if they see anything spinning, lay off of it until he finds that location. This one's chopped out towards short. This is going to be a tough play for Wilder. He gets around in a low throw and a nice dig at first base by Flatt to end the inning. Take a look at this on the Ison's Cards and Collectibles instant replay. The senior goes down out of the sandbox and digs it out to shut down the inning here in the second. We're scoreless as we go to the bottom of inning number 2 after this on Kool TV.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
The Greenup County Public Library System is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We had the same problem last night. We'll fix it here in just a second. One of the graphics not firing the way that it's supposed to. Good opportunity there for the Cardinals in the top of the inning. Had 2 runners in scoring position. And they leave the runners out at second and third after a heck of a play by Flatt on a dig over at first base to end the inning. So 5, 6, and 7 to up this inning for the Raiders. Colin Pennington will start us off. Pennington, a .288 hitter, 19 hits, 11 runs driven in on 5 doubles, 14 walks on the season. Sends this one foul over on the third base side. This one's hammered foul up on the hillside. Pennington quickly behind, 0-2. Man takes a look at the wristband. To the plate he comes. Slings that one wide. 1-2. Good location there on an 0-2 pitch. Trying to go and extend the zone. Pennington would not offer. Right-hander back to work. Down and away, 2-2. Huge hole up the middle as Stacy's really playing over on the 6 hole rather than the normal shortstop's position. He's got a giant hole on the first base side between first and second base, and then that right up the gap in the middle. 2-2 pitch, chopped foul at the plate. So we got interference. So catcher's interference will put him on board. That also goes down as an error for Martin County. And Riley Steele comes in. Raiders second baseman, batting .259 on the season, 15 hits, 19 driven in with 1 double. Pennington, a healthy lead over at first base. They try to pick him off, and they sling it down right field line. Pennington's going to make the turn. He'll slope out at second base. So 2 errors in the inning. That one on the pitcher. And all of a sudden, the Raiders are in business again here in their home half of the inning of the second inning. So now can Steele clutch up and come through and poke home a run. Bunts this one right out in front of the mound. It's a dandy. This is going to be a tough play. There's nobody there, and that one's past the first baseman. It was the second baseman covering first base. Steele's going to be safe on the throwing error, and it's going to be 1-0 East Carter. So now Mason Van Landingham comes in, .277 hitter. There goes the runner, and he wears that one in the back of right below the helmet. So 2 on for the Raiders now. And we're going to get a visit to the mound. So big opportunity here for the Raiders to blow this one wide open. Martin County left 2 on in scoring position in the top half of this inning. Now the Raiders with 2 on and nobody out. And Reed Griffith, the designated hitter, comes in. Shows bunt, looks that one down and away for a ball, 1-0. .259 hitter, 15 hits, 13 driven in with 2 doubles, 10 walks on the year. Steele out at second. Van Landingham being run for over at first base now. As Levi Rice has come on to run. This one's up the third base side. Man will backhand. Lafferty will cover it up. The sacrifice is complete. Both runners advance. And there's 1 down in the inning. Raiders using a little small ball here early on. And now Lawson Wilder steps in, the shortstop. One across already for the Raiders, looking for some more here. Infield drawn in for the Cardinals. Swing and a miss. Goes back to the top of the order of Logan Rice if the inning continues. Cardinals looking for anything to get him out of this inning. Hard hit ball to Moore at third. He'll fire it across. That'll keep the runner at bay at third base. And there's 2 down in the inning, and that'll allow the infield to settle back. So go back to the top of the order, and Logan Rice, infield single, his first time up. Two on, 2 out in the inning. Called strike at the knees, outer half. The 0-1. Offers at that one and comes up empty on the bunt attempt. No balls and 2 strikes to the Raiders pitcher this evening. Man trying to get out of this inning with only the 1 run. The 0-2. Down and in. Nice pick by the catcher, Cheek. Outfield pretty much straight away. LeMaster shifted a little bit toward that right center gap for the lefty. Man set from the belt. 1-2 misses wide, 2-2. Really good spot there on the 1-2 pitch. 2's wild across the board for Rice. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Rolls this one over to Lafferty at second base. He's got to hurry. We'll just get him at the bag to end the inning. But the Raiders dent the scoreboard. They push a run across. They lead at 1-0 through 2 here in Grayson. We're back after this on Kool TV.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg.
Top of the 3rd inning we go. 1-0 East Carter. Manhorn and LeMaster do up this inning for the Cardinals. So Aiden Mann will start us off. 9 in the top this inning for Martin County. The first pitch is in there for a cold strike. One and one. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped at the plate. That kicks off the catcher's glove. This man will hang on for another. The 1-2. Poked foul down the right field line and out of play. 1-2. Beautiful evening here in Grayson. And we had some, not really storms. We saw a little bit of heavy rain toward the latter part of the storm. Heard some thunder. Never really saw any lightning. A few rumbles of thunder here and there, though. It's turned out to be a nice evening for baseball. Bryce battling here in the leadoff batter. His man making him work. Here's a 1-2 from the southpaw. This one's lifted out into the gap. Yoke on his horse. He's going to drift into the left center gap, run that one down. One down in the third, excuse me. So it'll take us back to the top of the order and Aiden Horn. Horn grounded out to short his first time through tonight. Horn fouls this one away. Mark County was limited to only one hit when they played East Carter in that game back in mid-April. East Carter pounded out 8 hits that night. This one goes low for a ball, 2-1. Fouled into the netting. The count evens at 2-2. The 2-2. Right to the third baseman, and McGuire just opens the glove and makes the catch on the snare. 2 down in the inning. So it brings in Blake LeMaster. Master 0 for 1. Flew out to left his first time through. Big hook tumbles in there for a call and strike 0-1. Tries to spot that when the outside corner will score down to the glove of the catcher, Van Landingham. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tigers have opened up an 11-1 lead over the Rockies. In Game 2, trying to take the sweep of the series after winning last night in extras. They took Game 1 earlier today, 10-2. And currently in front, 11-1. That game in the bottom of the 8th inning out in Colorado. Braves still in front of the Reds 1-0, but the Redlegs with runners at the corners and only 1 out in the top of the 5th inning down at SunTrust. The 1-2. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball as the Cardinals go in order in the 3rd. We go to the bottom of inning number 3. 1-0 East Carter. Back after this on Kool TV.
I am Shane Wallingford. I'm President and CEO of JSB Industrial Solutions. JSB Industrial Solutions is a manufacturer of many products. We took a shotgun approach to our business. We take each project individually and break it down into the smallest bits, communicate effectively, and move forward. Our vision is basically to make your problem our successful business.
Since 1932, we've been a proud part of Kentucky, dedicated to serving our members with integrity, respect, and a commitment to excellence. We believe that by working together, we can create a brighter future for everyone. Whether you're saving for a new home, planning for retirement, or starting your own business, we're here to help you every step of the way. So stop wishing and start doing. and let's build a financially successful future together. Thank you for being a part of our journey.
We go to the bottom of inning number 3, 1-0 Raiders. Due up this inning for East Carter, McGuire, Flat, and Yoke. Reds have tended the scoreboard. They've evened things at 1 with the Braves after pushing a run across in the 5th inning. So Colt McGuire will start us off. He flied out to the catcher his first time through. Two, 3, and 4 for the Raiders here in the home third. Chops this one up the third base line and a foul ball. The 62nd District Tournament will be played here at East Carter in 2 weeks. They'll play the 2 versus 3 game on Monday night, championship on Tuesday. 16th Region Tournament this year over Boyd County. Date still yet to be determined. The typical time it plays is right on Memorial Day. We play that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday most times. But this year, due to a lot of schools missing a lot of school that's forced their graduation dates back, you're running into a chance of having some graduation dates fall during that week of the tournament, should the tournament hit any delays whatsoever and run into Thursday, Friday, Saturday if it would extend its way out. And with the weather we've seen this year, it kind of makes it hard not to think about something like that occurring. So, could they possibly set it up to play starting on a Saturday or even the Sunday? It is something that is on the table, obviously, and it'll come down to the coaches getting together and making that decision at the region meeting. I know most districts are trying to get their districts completed on Tuesday so that they've got that full week of Wednesday through to Saturday to get everybody back for that first round game on Saturday, should they make it to that point. McGuire in a 2-2 count here to lead things off in the home third. Man with the long pause. Slings that one down and away, and it's a full count. Not really certain what the long pause was there. Again, he's not waiting on a signal from the catcher. They're getting him from the dugout on the wristbands. Just went in a stalemate there with McGuire, and neither would flinch. Here's the payoff pitch. Up and in, ball 4, and a leadoff man aboard for the Raiders here in the third. So Braden Flat will come in. He's got a fan out in attendance there. Strikeout victim got caught looking back in the first inning. This one's out of play over on the third base side, 0-1. Again, a tardy start here in Grayson this evening. Forced this one to get a little bit late to start, and celebrating senior night as well with the 3 seniors for the Raiders. That one's low. Count evens at 1-1. McGuire over at first. 7 out of 9 stolen base attempts on the season. He does have some decent speed. One of the regular starters for Cole Brammer and Raiders basketball program this year. Question is, will Connor Robinson try to start him in motion here and put a hit and run in play? They'll check you back over to first. He got caught looking, and a low throw that kind of got Stevens' glove stuck in the dirt. Didn't allow him to make a tag. He might have had him. There goes the runner. This one's in the dirt. And McGuire's going to take second base without a throw. Nice job there by Cheek to smother that one. Now he's going to go out and have a word with his battery mate. And McGuire had a great jump, and I don't know that even on a good exchange that Cheek had any chance of throwing McGuire out whatsoever. So the Raiders threatening here in the third to add to their 1-0 lead. That one's wide for a ball. And it's 3-1. Hard hit ball through the right side into right field, a base hit. That's going to bring home a run. It's going to be an RBI single for the senior, and it's 2-0 Raiders. Nice piece of hitting, hit it the other way. And the Raiders make it 2-0 here in the third. So Landon Yoke comes in 0 for 1. Flew out to right center field his first time through tonight. So the Raiders with a pair of hits in the ball game has produced now 2 runs. Yoke fans at that one and comes up empty. Chopper out towards short. This could be 2. 6, 4, 3. Do they turn it? They do not. So they'll get the lead runner out at second base.
Now batting for the Raiders, number 40, Colin Pennington.
And there's one down here in the frame. Colin Pennington comes on. Reached on catcher's interference his first time through tonight. Out to right. It'll hang out in right field for the second out of the inning.
Next up for the Raiders, number 6, Riley Steele.
So 2 down in the inning, and in comes the second baseman of Riley Steele. Still sacrificed and reached on an error by the pitcher. So 1 across for the Raiders. There goes the runner. Throw down to second base is not in time. A good throw there by Cheek, but Yoke swipes second base, and the Raiders have a runner in scoring position. Here with 2 out in the third. So now can Steele come up clutch? Stevens pulled in over at first base for some reason. Now he's going to backpedal. Was maybe expecting a bunt, but with 2 down, that's not ideal in this situation. Catcher Mason Van Landingham in the on-deck circle would go next if the inning continues. Steele leaves off that one. He gets ahead 2-1. The 2-1. Runner going. Here's a throw down to third base, and did they get him? They did not. The tag never got to the bag. The ball was there, and Moore never got turned around to the bag, and he slid on the back corner for the stolen base. I believe the pitch was a ball. It was up and in. Strong throw from the catcher. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Steele. He chops this one up the line at third, and a foul ball, and the count goes full. Braves have moved in front of the Reds, now leading that game 2-1. Down in SunTrust, game of the bottom of the 5th inning. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the third. The payoff pitch. Chopper toward third. Moore backpedals. Fields on the hop. The strong throw and ends the inning. But the Raiders push across a run. They lead it 2-0 through 3. Back to Grayson after this on Kool TV.
Baseball and softball seasons are here, and Grayson Sporting Goods is your one-stop shop for everything from bats and gloves to helmets and accessories. No matter the age, Grayson Sporting Goods has the size to get your favorite star ready to hit the field. Grayson Sporting Goods also offers a full selection of East and West Carter team gear with custom printing and embroidery available on many items. Stop by Grayson Sporting Goods, located on Main Street in downtown Grayson, proudly serving Carter County and surrounding counties since 1975.
Here at Papa John's, we know our stuff.
That's why we hand stuff every Epic Stuffed Crust with a whole lot of flavor.
And we always start with our fresh, never frozen dough.
We never stop exploring new flavors of stuff into our crust. And just wait until you see what we're cooking up next.
The new cheesy calzone Epic Stuffed Crust, hand stuffed with a blend of garlic herb, ricotta, and mozzarella. Because no one stuffs a crust like Papa John's.
Top of the 4th inning, 2-0 Raiders. Cheek Lafferty and Stacy do up this inning. Yeah, we're struggling with some of the graphics here tonight. The internet service, we've got hardwire on the main streaming computer. I did not have a wireless adapter for my computer, so I'm running off my hotspot on my phone, which has internet service from 1982. So Damian Cheek will start us off. He singled to right center his first time up. Lifts this one skyward, drifting down the right field line, coming on Pennington. He's going to run out of real estate. That one's getting over the fence. 0-1. Take a look at the Kool Sports Trivia question again here in just a moment. Get plenty of time still to get in. We'll take the look at the answer at the top of the 5th inning. Rice ahead 0-1 with a 2-0 lead here in the 4th. This breaking ball is hacked foul up the third base line. And it's 0-2. Cheek with one of the 2 hits for the Cardinals in this ball game. But they have yet to push across a run. The 0-2. Breaking ball, hacked foul again. Logan, typically the center fielder of trade, working from the bump, trading places with Yoke tonight. This one's hard hit up the middle. Trying to make a backhand was Steele. He can't get there, and it'll drift into right center field and a leadoff hit. So Cheek picks up his second hit of the contest. And Grayson Lafferty comes in. He walked on 4 straight his first time through this evening. We got a courtesy runner for the catcher coming on. as Klein will come on to run over at first base, number 3. Two 2-0 Raiders here in the 4th. Trying to celebrate senior night with a victory. Coming off a 4-3 win last night over Ashland. This one's lifted skyward over toward first base. Flat trying to find it, drifting toward the line and can't get it. He got twisted up and trying to fight it up around those light towers right in front of him and just never could find the ball when he got turned. That's a tough ball when it's drifting away from you on that right side and then having to look up into that light tower that was literally right in front of him. Gave it a great effort. So new life for Lafferty with Klein running over at first base for the catcher Cheek. And now time at the plate. Martin County 8-12 on the season, playing out of the 15th region. A soft toss back over, easily back in as Klein. Lights on here at the ballpark as we are drifting into nightfall here in Grayson. Nearly an hour deep into this contest. They got a late start of the originally scheduled 6:30 first pitch. 0-1, there goes the runner, throw down to second base, and he's cooked. No, they said he got under. Let's take a look at it on the Ison's Cards and Collectibles instant replay. They had a great angle at it. Yes, he did. He was in there. So just got ahead of the tag. Two 2-1 pitch stays upstairs, 3-1. Martin County has had runners on base in every frame thus far. Here's the 3-1. Hard hit ball into the gap and trying to run it down is Pennington. That one's over top of his head and all the way out to the fence. Lafferty's on his horse. He's thinking 3. He's going to head toward third base, and it's going to be an RBI triple. And Martin County's on the board. They trail a 2-1 here in the 4th. Sharply hit ball. Pennington nearly ran it down, but then when it got past his glove, it went all the way to the fence. So the 3-bagger for the second baseman. And the visitors finally find the scoreboard after having runners on board in every frame. So now Chase Stacy steps in. A sacrifice bunt his first time. Corner's pinched in now with the tying run 90 feet away. He fouls this one straight back on the netting. Tigers have defeated the Rockies for the sweep, winning game number 2 today, 11-1. This one's out to right. Coming on is Pennington and makes a diving catch. The throw gets past the catcher, coming toward the plate and sliding in safely is going to be Lafferty. So either way, the runner's going to get home on the throwing error, and we're even at 2. Take a look at the diving catch by Pennington out in right first off. Heck of a diving play. But then Lafferty gets in on the wide throw that Pennington sent toward the plate as Van Laningham could not knock it down, and that allowed the runner to come home. So we're even at 2 here in the top of the 4th now. And to the plate is the first baseman of Ryan Stevens. Stevens flew out to left his first time through. 1-1. Hammond gets away from Rice, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Smacks this one out into left center and a base hit. And now Dylan Hale comes in, 1 for 1. Single to left his first time through this evening. We're going to get a runner over at first base. This is going to be a pinch runner, not a courtesy runner. As Spence will come on to run for the first baseman, Stevens. Again, the difference in the game between a courtesy runner and a pinch runner. A courtesy runner can run for the pitcher or catcher and can enter and exit the game at that spot as many times as they want to. As a pinch runner, when you enter the game, if you exit the game, your night is finished. You cannot re-enter. One-0 spots that one on the outside corner, 1-1. One flare down the right field line and bending foul. Playing out, coming up the final week of the regular season. Hard to believe that we're already to that point on the season. It has certainly flown by. Postseason play just around the corner. 1-2 pitch, hard hit ball through the whole left side and another base hit. So back-to-back hits as Hale picks up his second of the ball game, and there's 2 on with 1 out. And we're going to get a visit to the mound for the Raiders. While we have a visit to the mound, let's take a look at our Kool Sports trivia question. Today in 1984, the White Sox and the Brewers, in a marathon of a game, had their game suspended. What inning were they in? 606-571-7281. Text me with your answer. Be sure to put your name on there. A, 15th inning. B, 17th inning. C, 18th inning. D, the 19th inning. So we'll check the answer at the top of the 5th inning. I've had a couple of answers come through. So the situation that happened in that ball game, there was a city curfew that they were allowed to play to midnight. And the game halted, and they had to come back the next day and finish the contest in what turned in to be one of the longest games in Major League Baseball history. So 2 on, 1 out, and Hunter Moore steps in. He fouls this one away at the plate. Moore grounded out to short his first time through. The long pause. The 0-1. Hard hit ball out to second. They'll go to second base, not in time. And everybody's going to be safe. Steele's play should have gone to first. He tried to throw it to second, and Spence beats it out, and everybody's safe. And the bases are covered in Cardinals as it goes down as a fielder's choice. So no hit on the play. And now Aiden Mann comes in. Mann 0 for 1 Flying out to left center his first time through. Goes at the first pitch and comes up empty. 0-1. Two here in the fourth. But Martin County threatening with loading the bases. Corners pinched in for the Raiders. Middle infield back at double play depth. 0-1 shows bunt, and it's bunted in the air, but it'll get well out of reach for a foul ball. 0-2. Rice could use a fly ball in the infield, or more importantly, a big strikeout would be huge here. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Just what the doctor ordered right there for the second out of the inning. Second strikeout of the ball game for Rice. And with 2 down, we go back to the top of the order and Aiden Horn. Horn a ground out and hit a flare right at McGuire over at third his last time through. Backs covered in Cardinals with 2 down here in the fourth inning and a 2-2 ball game. Big opportunity here for the Cardinals going back to the top of the order with the 3 bags covered up. Rice trying to pitch out of the jam and keep it at a 2-2 ball game. Nice job there by Van Landingham to smother that one at the plate. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch as he goes up and in. Evening count at 1-1. Rice a long look into his catcher. The southpaw to the plate with a 1-1. Nice pitch, but misses just maybe low. Really good location there on the 1-1 pitch, but it's 2-1 to the designated hitter Horn. This one's chopped foul over on the third base side. Even in the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two runs, 5 hits, 3 errors for Martin County. 2 runs, 2 hits, an error for East Carter. The 2-2 from Rice. Nice pitch, but low. 3-2. Runners are good ahead, starting on the payoff pitch, and it misses high, ball 4. That'll walk home a run and give Martin County a 3-2 lead. So Rice issuing his second free pass of the ball game. And that one a critical one that gives Martin County their 3rd run in the inning. So now Blake Lemaster comes in, a fly out and a strikeout. A weakly hit ball over toward third. McGuire hauls that one in, and that'll end the inning. But the Cardinals dent the scoreboard 3 times. They lead it 3-2 as we head to the bottom of inning number 4 after this on Kool TV.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella.
Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles.
Cream
And sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Three-two as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Martin County taking the lead. To up this inning for the Raiders. Van Landingham, Griffith, and Wilder. Push one too many buttons. First pitch lifted skyward, now to play. The 0-1. Called strike. 0-2. One ball and two strikes. Two and two. Chopper toward third. Moore comes on. Fires it across. One down.
Next up for the Raiders, number 25, Reed Griffith.
So Reed Griffith comes in. Had a sacrifice bunt his first time through. First pitch misses wide for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. At the top of the zone, 1-1. Nice spot there. The 1-1. Just under the hands. 2 balls and a strike. Griffith last night 0 for 3. in that 4-3 win over Ashland. 7 hits in the ball game. Three and one. Top of the zone, ball 4 and a man on with 1 out here in the 4th inning. Hat tip to my producer tonight. He's had to work for his money. Graphics program tonight has not been a happy camper. Lawson Wilder steps in 0 for 1. Feel like we're in Vanceburg. The old adage around here is with us is when you go to Vanceburg, anything that can go wrong will. It's followed us to Grayson tonight. First pitch, nice pitch to the outside corner for a called strike 0-1. Top of the order of Rice in the on-deck circle. Raiders trailing 3-2 after a 3-run 4th inning by the visiting Cardinals. Oh, 1. Downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cheek's got a good arm behind the dish. The biggest issue he's had on runners that's trying to go on him is the time it takes man to get it to the plate. Very deliberate with that high leg kick. Not quite a Daisuke Matsuzaka pause, but certainly takes his time. Raiders with only 2 hits in the ballgame. They've turned those into 2 runs, but Martin County slapped it around pretty well in the 4th inning and finally broke the schneid on the scoreboard with a 3 spot. 1-1 in the dirt. A nice job there by Cheek to box that one up as Griffith has to hold Bay over at first base. Reds threatening in the 7th down in Atlanta. They got runners at 2nd and 3rd with 1 out, trailing 2-1 in that ball game. Two-1. Fouled away at the plate. Rays still lead the Phillies 2-1 up or down in St. Pete. That game at the bottom of the 7th inning. 2 games still to go tonight. Blue Jays are at the Angels. Dodgers at the Diamondbacks. 2-2. Upstairs. Called strike 3. I didn't think there was any chance that was a strike. So 2 down in the inning as Wilder gets caught looking. And Logan Rice comes in 1 for 2. An infield single and a ground out to 2nd. He fouls that one off the face mask of our home plate umpire, Zach Moore. Cheek's going to go out and give Mr. Moore an opportunity to gather his thoughts there after wearing that one off the face mask. (3-2) Martin County here in the 4th. Raiders with a runner aboard, but 2 down in the frame. I think either a bird or a bat or something just flew in front of the screen. The 0-1. There goes the runner, and this is a flare down the third base line, a base hit. Griffith is going to come to 3rd. Rice is going to hustle out to 2nd base. The Raiders scampering around the base paths, and they're in business here with 2 outs in the 4th on a little flare down the left field line from Logan Rice for his second hit of the ball game. So the hustle play for him is going to pick him up a two-bagger. And now Colton McGuire with an opportunity to tie or take the lead back for the Raiders. If he can come up clutch here with 2 outs with both runners in scoring position. McGuire 0 for 1. A pop out and a walk his last time through. He looks at a first pitch fastball in the outside corner, 0-1. Griffith at third, Rice out at second. McGuire fouls this one away first base side. He's behind 0-2. Big opportunity here for the Raiders. After falling behind in the top half of this inning, after a 3 spot from the visiting Cardinals. A scoreless first. East Carter dented the scoreboard in the second and third. Trying to do again here in the fourth. The 0-2. 1-2. Chopper toward third. Moore smothers it, knocks it down. Is not going to be able to make the play. Everybody's going to be safe, and the Raiders have evened the game at 3 on the air from the third baseman.
Now batting for the Raiders, number 21, Braden Flatt.
Rice did not advance, so at first and second now. And now coming in is Braden Flatt, who's 1 for 2. Fouls this one into the netting as he goes upstairs and chases one. McGuire not credited with an RBI on that play as the runner reached on the error that could have ended the inning. 0-1 down and away, 1-1. Yoke in the on-deck circle to go next. If the inning continues, Raiders have put a 1 spot up on the board in the last 3 frames, looking for more to try to regain the lead here in the home fourth in a 3-3 contest. Now Stevens coming in on the grass with 2 down. This one's sent foul over on the first base side. Reds get one back in the 7th, a tie ball game. 2-2 with the Braves now. Only 1 out in that frame. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the fourth. 3-3 here on this senior night for the Raiders. Chopper toward third. Another tough play by Moore, and he's going to smother it down, but can't make the play. His second error of the inning. And everybody's safe and the bases are full. So Landon Yoke steps in now, 0 for 2. A fly out and grunted into a fielder's choice. So Martin County now with 5 errors. 2 in the last 2 at-bats. A big opportunity here for Yoke. This one's over on the first base side. Then we'll get out of play. Rice at third, McGuire out at second, Flat over at first. 3-3 here in the fourth. Raiders looking for some more. Count evens at 1-1 on the pitch down and away. The 1-1. Got him to chase on the breaking ball away. 1-2. Man getting ready to offer his 80th pitch of the ball game. Trying to pitch himself out of a jam and keep it at a 3-3 ball game. It's well hit out to right center. On his horse is LeMaster trying to run it down. He hangs on with a sliding, diving catch to end the inning. That young man jumped on his horse and went all the way from gap to gap on a diving play on the ice. And Cards and Collectibles instant replay. Even at 3-4, we're back to Grayson after this on Kool TV.
Here at Kentucky Christian University, we believe that nursing saves lives. Nursing is more than a career, it's a calling. KCU has a reputation for producing exemplary graduates who excel both clinically and professionally. With options for both in-person and online studies, KCU is ready to help you begin the career of your dreams today. Find out more at kcu.edu.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Off to the top of the fifth we go. 3-3 ball game. We'll check our answer for the Kool Sports Trivia question in the bottom half of this inning. We got a few answers that's checked in tonight. We'll give you one more look at it here in just a few moments. So 3, 4, and 5, Cheek, Lafferty, and Stacy do up this inning for the visiting Cardinals. Raiders had a big opportunity there in the home half of the fourth, and a running catch by the center fielder, LeMaster, as he tracked that one all the way from into the left center gap, into the right center gap, and ended the inning. So Logan Rice offering his 76th pitch of the ball game. Starts things off with one in the dirt for a ball 1-0. Action in the bullpen for the Raiders. Three and 0. Nice pitch at the knees, 3-1. Hudson Nolte, the freshman's up throwing in the bullpen for the Raiders. Nice pitch there, 3-2. You know the senior, he would like to gut this one out and try to get through the inning. This one's fouled away, 3-2. Rays have extended their lead over the Phillies now 5-1. Reds Braves even at 2 going to the bottom of the 7th down in Atlanta. Payoff pitch, hard hit ball out to short. Trying to backhand it was Wilder. That was deep in the hole, and all he could do was try to throw his glove out and hope for the best. It's going to be a hard hit infield single. And Damian Cheeks on board for the third time in the ballgame. And we'll get a visit to the mound here with Connor Robinson, and that may be it for Mr. Rice. He's going to take the ball from his senior southpaw, call to the bullpen for the Raiders. We'll break it down when we return after this here on Kool TV.
Hello, everyone. I am Rick Clark. Let me introduce you to Carlisle, Annabelle, and Zach.
And as you can tell by these commercials, this family has a lot of fun.
We have a great team here at Clark's.
And we would love for you to join our family.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pub and Shop.
Return,
refresh,
refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
New pitcher on the bump for the Raiders as they'll go to the freshman Hudson Nolte, making his 7th appearance on the season. He's got a 1-2 record, a 14 ERA. He's worked 9 innings, 19 hits, 7 strikeouts, 11 walks, 30 runs given up, 18 of those have been earned. Yoke is going to move from center to left field. He'll replace Lane. Rice will go in to play center field now. Nolte's going to inherit a runner out at first base. As Cheek picks up his 3rd hit of the ball game, and his courtesy runner of Klein will come on to run for him. 3-3 here in the 5th. And Nolte trying to keep things at bay here and allow the Raiders to get back after it in the home half of this inning. Raiders have scored a run each in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Martin County played at 3 in the top of the 4th inning, and that's where we currently stand. So from the senior to the freshman, there goes the runner, throw down to second base. Just kicks past the shortstop, and Wilder slow to come to his feet after the collision with Klein sliding out at second base. That was Steele, excuse me. Now Connor Robinson can come out and check on his second baseman. Van Lanningham trying to get rid of it quickly. Now Connor Robinson having a word with our base umpire, Bill Heberlin. About the last play out at second base. Whatever he had to say, he said it, and he's content to head back to the dugout. Steele appears to be good to go out at second base. So the go-ahead run now in scoring position for the visiting Cardinals. Cason Lafferty to the plate. 1 for 1 with an RBI and a walk. He tripled his last time up. Takes a healthy hack on that one, and he's behind 0-2. The long pause on the pitch. Big slider that goes, trying to get them to check his swing. I wasn't worried about the swing. It was just whether or not did it catch the corner of the plate as it went past. Really nice pitch there by the freshman. The 1-2. That one gets past the catcher into the backstop, and Klein's going to move up to third on the wild pitch. Now will the Raiders bring the infield in with the potential go-ahead run 90 feet away and nobody out here in the fifth. So the runner at third belongs to Rice. Corner's in for the moment. Middle is back. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Downstairs, ball 3. Here's the payoff pitch. Fouled off to the right side, giving a look is flat. And also chasing it down was Van Landingham, but he'll get out of play. The count holds at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three runs, 7 hits, 5 errors for Martin County. 3 runs, 3 hits, an error for East Carter. Potential go-ahead run 90 feet away. 3-2 pitch, spikes in the dirt. That one gets past the catcher. That's going to bring Klein home on the wild pitch. And the Cardinals take a 4-3 lead. So Lafferty reaches on his second free pass of the day. And with still nobody out, in comes the shortstop of Chase Stacy. A sacrifice and a line out on a diving catch from Pennington out in right. Here's a bunt back to the mound. Nolte settles and throws. It's a wide throw that they get the play at first. So the sacrifice is complete, moves the runner out to second base. There's one away in the frame. So Stacy with 2 sacrifice bunts in the ballgame. And now Ryan Stevens steps in, 1 for 2. Singled his last time through. Nolte will take a walk toward the back of the mound and chasing Lafferty back to the bag. Fouled straight back, 0-1. Late night here in Grayson. Here on this senior night for the Raiders. Lafferty carrying some extra hardware with him out there at second base. Had to go give it to his third base coach. Stevens settles back in. Martin County in front 4-3. 0-1 down and away, 1-1. Two balls and a strike on the pitch that's wide to the first baseman, Stevens. Three balls and a strike. I talked with Connor Robinson before the game this evening, and he said the biggest thing that they've struggled with this year, walks. Untimely walks at that, of putting teams in good positions to put crooked numbers on the scoreboard. The 3-1. Ball 4. So 2 on. And taking third base is Lafferty as nobody was home. So they're at the corners now. And all of a sudden, Martin County threatening to push this one open, and before we go any further, Connor Robinson's coming out of the dugout and headed to the bump. This right here is a one-sided conversation. You don't have to be able to read lips on that one. That was easy. That was why. You give up the free pass, that's one thing, but then lose focus and allow the guy to go from second to third base and nobody anywhere near. That's the conversation that Mr. Robinson is having, working in his first year as the head coach. Spent several years on the bucket with Jeremiah Shear and Coach Shear after winning a regional championship last year and the 40th anniversary of the first time the Raiders won it and won a state title back in '84. Decided to hang it up, and Mr. Robinson took over and has done a phenomenal job here in his first year at the helm for the Raiders. An alum for East Carter, so again, he's been around this program for quite some time. So Dylan Hale will step in. He's 2 for 2. 2 singles, both of them have gone to left. One on a line drive, one on a grounder in the 6-hole. So first and third for the Cardinals with one out here in the 5th in a 4-3 ball game with the visitors in front. That one's down in the dirt, 1-0. Nobody up and throwing in the bullpen for the Raiders. The 1-0. Another ball in the dirt. Nice job there by Van Landingham to smother it up. Last night, Reed Griffith and Landon Yoke worked against Ashland. Griffith nearly went the distance through 6 1/3 innings. Yoke came in for the final 2/3 to pick up the save in that 4-3 win. This one's bunted up the first base side. It's going to go foul. Trying to work a little safety squeeze right here is what the Cardinals are doing. Trying to do anything they can to get Lafferty across the plate and extend the lead to 2. That's the biggest it's been either way. East Carter led it 2-0 until Martin County played at 3 in the 4th inning to take a 3-2 lead. East Carter evened things back up in the home half of that inning. And now the Cardinals have played at 1 here in the 5th to push back in front by 1. At the corners, 1 away. The 2-1, runner going. Swing and a miss. Count evens at 2-2. Stevens will take second base without the throw. So now 2 runners in scoring position, and the infield comes in this time. This is where you need a hard hit ball to an infielder or a strikeout. 2-2. Outside corner called strike 3. Beautiful location as he retires Hale for the first time in the ball game. And that allows that infield to settle back with 2 down in the frame. So Hunter Moore comes in. He's 0 for 2. A ground out and hit into a fielder's choice. Back to Steele in his last time through. That one's in the dirt. Van Landingham scoops it out of the dirt. Man in the on-deck circle to go next. This would be huge if the Raiders could get out of the frame, giving up only 1. Nolte to the plate. Hacked foul at the plate, and the count evens at 1-1. Phillies have clawed back into their game with the Rays, trailing now only 5-4. That game in the bottom of the 8th inning down in Tampa. The 1-1 from Nolte. Lifted skyward in the infield. Flat giving a look in foul territory. Overruns the ball and can't make the play. Again, that ball gets up in those lights, and it is hard to track. So the ball falls in for the foul ball, and new life at the plate for Hunter Moore. The count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 on at second and third. 4-3. Cards in front of the Raiders. The 1-2. Goes upstairs. That one's past the catcher. Vallandingham to the backstop it goes. And the 5th run of the ball game comes to the plate and makes it 5-3. So Stevens moves 90 feet closer to home. So some 2-out magic for the visiting Cardinals. Now to 2-ball, 2-strike count with 2 outs. Can Nolte slam the door here and keep it at only a 2-run inning? They hit it right back to him on the mound. He'll settle and flip it at first, and that will end the inning. But the Cardinals get 2 runs across. They lead it 5-3 as we stretch here at the ballpark. Back after this on Kool TV.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at WorkReadyKentucky.com.
The Greenup County Public Library System is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
The Greenup County Public Library system is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
Back here at the ballpark, Martin County going to the bullpen as they'll turn to the right-hander of Knox Maynard, as he'll take over with 2 outs and a runner on first base. Let's take a look at our Kool Sports Trivia question tonight. This date, 1984, the White Sox and the Brewers had their game suspended due to a curfew. The game was tied at 3-3. And they don't come back until tomorrow to play the suspended game. The question was, what inning were they in when it was suspended? A, 15th, B, 17th, C, 18th, D, 19th. And the correct answer was B, the 17th inning. And Jordan getting in with the first correct answer tonight. They don't make them like they used to. Carlton Fisk, by the way, caught all 25 innings of that ball game. 17 innings that night on the 8th, came back on the 9th and finished it out. The White Sox won the game 7-6 over the Brewers. It set the record for the longest game caught by a single catcher. His 24 innings caught was the former record held by Mike Powers, Buddy Roser, Bob Swift, Hal King, and Jerry Grote. So Reed Griffith steps in, a sacrifice bunt and a walk. He does not have an official plate appearance tonight. Rice coming on to run for Van Landingham over at first base as the courtesy runner for the catcher. There's 2 down here in the 5th. And the Raiders trailing it 5-3. Reds have pushed ahead of the Braves now 4-2 in the top of the 9th inning down in Atlanta. There goes the runner. Nobody's going to cover second base, and Rice will move up without a throw. Wilder in the on-deck circle to go next if the inning continues. That was a called strike, 1-1. Two and one. 5-3 here in the 5th. Tying run at the plate for the Raiders. Out to the gap. Hale drifting in. And we'll run it down. And ends the inning. We've played 5 here in Grayson. 5-3 Martin County in front. Back after this on Kool TV.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg.
Go to the top of the 6th inning, 5-3 Martin County in front of East Carter. 9 in the top due up this inning. Five runs, 7 hits, 5 errors for the visiting Cardinals. 3 runs, 3 hits, an error for East Carter. So the final book on Mr. Mann, he goes 4 2/3 innings, throws 93 pitches. 3 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned. Struck out 2, walked 3, hit a batter. So he is in line for the win. If they can hang on. So Knox Maynard will get his first at-bat of the evening, as he takes the place of Mann in the bottom half of the order. Chases a pitch out of the zone as Nolte starts his second inning of work. And quickly jumps ahead, 0-2. The 0-2. Misses low. 1-2. That's one thing. You can see a batter that chases 2 pitches up like that. It's hard to get them to go after that low pitch. 1-2. There you go. Go back up the ladder and get him to swing and miss. A strikeout to start the 6th for the Raiders. Phillies have evened things up with the Rays at 5 apiece in the top of the 5th down in Tampa. Braves get their leadoff man aboard, trailing 4-2 in the bottom of the 9th against Cincinnati down in Atlanta. So back to the top of the order we go. Aiden Horn, who's 0 for 2. Horn a ground out, a line out to third, and a walk. The 1-0. 2-0. On the outside corner, called strike 2-1. The 2-1. This one's flipped over into left field and will dive in there for a 1-out single. So Blake LeMaster comes in 0 for 3. A fly on the pop out and a strikeout. Horn leaks away from the bag over at first base. He looks like he's ready to go. There he goes. He's picked off. He's in a pickle now as the Raiders try to chase him down. They drop the ball, chase it back down now. And they get him as Riley Steele will get the tag. Yeah, he's tagging the runner. I don't know how he's thinking it's interference. It's you're tagging the runner. That is his right to do. That's So Horn's picked off as it goes 1-3 4-1 for the putout. So 2 down in the inning now. Pitch misses low for a ball. He was leaning the entire way. You could see it. And a nice job there by Nolte to check the runner. And as soon as he made that move, it was like he was going on a lefty first move. Braves have gotten 1 back on the Reds in the bottom of the 9th. It's now 4-3. Tying run second base. Count goes to 2-1. 5-3 here in the 6th. Cardinals trying to play spoils on senior night for the Raiders. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Nice pitch. Here's the 2-2. This is a tough ball drifting toward the line, and that one's going to just get in for a fair ball. And that's going to be a 2-out double down the line by LeMaster. Just got it in that little Bermuda Triangle. That's the second time in as many nights I've seen a ball hit in almost that exact location. Just past the outfield grass cutout, and where that the first base, right field, second base could not get to. So Connor Robinson making the walk to the mound. He's going to take the bump, and we're going to have a call to the bullpen. Landon Yoke is going to come on to pitch in this 5-3 ball game here in the 6th. We'll break it down when we return after this here on Kool TV.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg.
New pitcher on the bump for the Raiders as Landon Yoke will pitch in consecutive nights, making his 11th appearance on the season. He pitched in for the save last night, throwing 12 pitches, a 2-3 record, a 7.20 ERA, 23 1/3 innings of works, 25 hits, 21 strikeouts, and 22 walks. He's given up 31 runs, 24 of those have been earned. He'll inherit a runner at second base that belongs to Nolte. Trailing in this game 5-3, and Connor Robinson going to the bullpen here in a critical moment of this ball game, hoping that Mr. Yoke can continue his dominance from the bump and get his team out of here and keep it at a 2-run ball game. Atlanta has even things at 4 down at SunTrust. They've got the game-winning run 90 feet away with only 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning. Trying to take one away from the Reds after the Reds played a 2 in the top half of that inning. And the bullpen, again, imploding for Cincinnati. So 2 down, LeMaster out at second base. And Damian Cheek, who's 3 for 3. I would almost put this cat on base. They have not been able to figure out a way to get him out here tonight. And the first pitch misses wide for a ball. He lined to right center, singled on a hard ground ball to the second baseman, and singled on a hard ground ball to the shortstop. One-0 pitch downstairs, 2-0. And those are not bad misses. Again, see if you can get him to chase something, but you don't serve him anything up right now on a platter that he can do something with. He's proven his worth here tonight. 2-0. Gets that one in there for a called strike, 2-1. Some nights you just got to tip a hat to a guy and say, you're better than me. The 2-1 from Yoke. That one's up and gets away from the catcher, Van Landingham. The pass ball is going to put the runner now 90 feet away. So 3 balls and a strike to the catcher, Damian Cheek. At the knees, a called strike, full count. Nice pitch. The 3-2. Down and away, that one gets past the catcher. Another run's going to come home to score, and the lead goes to 3. 2 passed balls on the batter. And the Martin County lead grows to 6-3. We'll get a courtesy runner for the catcher, as Klein will come on to run. It'll be interesting to see if he tries to take off on the first pitcher on Yoke, who goes to the plate much faster than his 2 counterparts that had the bump earlier in the ball game. Free baseball in Atlanta, all tied at 4. So Crayson Lafferty 1 for 1. A pair of walks, bookending a triple. Three runs in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 1 here in the 6th. Martin County has opened up a 6-3 lead. And Lafferty's ahead 2-0. The 2-0. That one dives in there for a called strike, 2-1. The Calf kind of half-heartedly kidded about a curfew here tonight. I said 11 o'clock, and it's going to be in jeopardy if this is the way this game's playing right now. 2:12 and counting. 2-1 pitch. Gets away from the catcher, but not far enough to allow Klein to scamper down towards second base. But the count moves to 3-1. Yokapika, the runner at first base of Klein. Lafferty awaits a 3-1. And they'll check the runner. Two night games underway now. Blue Jays, Angels, Dodgers, Diamondbacks. Both of those games in the home first inning. After the Blue Jays and Dodgers put runners on the bases in their first half of the inning, but could not come away with anything. So Lafferty's on board with a walk. So 2 free passes. Has 2 on with 2 outs now. And Chase Stacy coming in, who's 0 for 1. Stacy, a pair of sacrifices and a line out on a diving catch by Pennington in right. (6-3) Barton County here in the 6th. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch there by Yoke. Raiders will come to the plate, 9 in the top. In the home 6 with some work to do here tonight on senior night. 0-1, nice pitch at the knees, inside corner, 0-2. That one's wide, gets past the catcher again. A low throw is going to kick past, down into third base. Here comes a throw up the line. No. Wilder was there on the backup and just kind of hesitated when he went to throw the ball toward the plate. So Klein will steal third base. Lafferty moves up as well. Klein's going to come home on the throwing error and make it 7-3. And the swing and a miss will end the inning. But not before Martin County makes it a 7-3 ball game as we head to the bottom of the sixth inning when we return after this on Kool TV.
I am Shane Wallingford. I'm President and CEO of JSB Industrial Solutions. JSB Industrial Solutions is a manufacturer of many products. We took a shotgun approach to our business. We take each project individually and break it down into the smallest bits, communicate effectively, and move forward. Our vision is basically to make your problem our successful business.
Since 1932, we've been a proud part of Kentucky, dedicated to serving our members with integrity, respect, and a commitment to excellence. We believe that by working together, we can create a brighter future for everyone. Whether you're saving for a new home, planning for retirement, or starting your own business, we're here to help you every step of the way. So stop wishing and start doing. And let's build a financially successful future together. Thank you for being a part of our journey.
7-3 Martin County as we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. 7 runs on 9 hits, 5 errors for the Cardinals, 3 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors for the Raiders. So Raiders with some work to do here in the last 2 frames. They'll have 9 in the top 2 of this inning. Martin County will go 6, 7, and 8 in their half of the 7th when they come back around. But East Carter with the bats have been rather quiet here in this contest. Again, they plated their 2 runs on 2 hits. So Lawson Wilder will start us off. He's 0 for 2. A ground out and a strikeout looking. Knox Baynard out to start his next inning of work. The final book on Nolte, he goes an inning and 2/3, throws 36 pitches, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, struck out 2, walked 2. The first pitch, Mr. Maynard slings that one in there for a called strike at the chest. Angels jump on the Blue Jays early 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first inning out in Anaheim. That one runs up and in, nearly gets him 1-1. Braves Reds headed to the bottom of the 10th, still tied at 4. The 1-1. Lays off that pitch as it gets to the backstop. 2 balls and a strike. Raiders will play on the weekend. Heads to Rowan County on Saturday with a twin bill with Rowan County and Scott. And then the final week of the regular season fires up next week. The final game of the year on Wednesday against Bath County. Here's a chopper at the plate, foul as the count will even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Can't remember if I'm back for that game or if that's Kent. That is me. 2-2. Another foul ball. Got him to chase a pitch up and in. Maynard wiping that baseball on the leg there on a damp night here in Grayson. The 2-2. Gets him down and away on a swinging strike for the first out of the sixth. Wilder's retired for his second strikeout of the ball game. So Logan Rice comes in, 2 for 3. Rice started on the bump. Had an infield single his first time up. Hit a little flare over to the left field line and turned it into a two-bagger his last time through. Time for the Raiders to make some hay as they go back through the top of the order here in the home sixth. The 1-0. At the knees, outside corner for a called strike, 1-1. Moore up on the grass over at third, guarding for the bunt. Or the slap attempt that Rice does a lot of. Just trying to push it that way. Lays off that one as it stays wide, 2-1. Nice pitch at the letters for a called strike, 2-2. Looked like a breaking ball that didn't turn. Outfield setting him up to pull. A huge gap out in left center. 2-2 pitch. Spikes that one in the dirt, and he has to go limbo action to stay out of the way from the hit by pitch. And the count goes full. One away here in the sixth. Rice has worked a full count against the relief pitcher of Knox Maynard. Maynard finds the sign, the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strikes him out. 2 down in the inning.
Next up for the Raiders, number 12, Colton McGuire.
So McGuire comes in 0 for 2. Flat stands in the on-deck circle would go next. 0-1. McGuire patiently waiting in that right-handed batter's box. 0-1, down and away, 1-1. Telling Zach Moore this is the last time I'm chasing a game around him. His is back-to-back games now that's gone 2 hours and 30 minutes plus in as many nights. This was after an hour-plus delay by rain. 1-1. On the outside corner, a called strike, 1-2. Zach had the game last night up in Vanceburg with Lewis County and Bath County. 2 hours and 47 minutes we played in that one. Here's the 1-2. Hard hit ball to third, but a foul ball. Bases empty, 2 down, 7-3 Cardinals. The 1-2. Up and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good pitch there. So you got McGuire to offer it a pitch up in the zone in the first pitch of the at-bat. Two's wild across the board. And he hits this one over top the first baseman's head and into right field, a base hit. So a 2-out single for McGuire, his first hit of the ball game. Maybe that'll get something going for the Raiders here in the home 6th. So Braden Flatt comes in. He owns one of the 4 Raiders hits. He singled to right in his second at-bat through. This is the part of the ball game where we start going through a lot of baseballs. Already a wet night, and now you're into nightfall and the dew settling on the grass. You're going to roll through a lot of pearls in this final inning and a half. McGuire with decent speed over at first. Takes a hop and then gets back quickly. Yoke in the on-deck circle would go next if Flatt can reach. Flatt 2 for 4 last night with 2 doubles and a run driven in, and that win over Ashland. He rockets this one through the whole left side, base hit. So the Raiders with back-to-back singles have something cooking here in the 6th. As Flatt picks up his second hit of the ball game. So no Landon Yoke comes in. 0 for 3. A fly out, a line out, and grounded into a fielder's choice. Two on, 2 out for the Raiders, trailing it by 4 here in the home 6th inning. Maynard set from the belt, a deep breath. That one's at the top of the letters for a called strike 0-1. One and one. McGuire and Flatt on after back-to-back 2-out singles. Yoke trying to keep things going here in the 6th. That one's downstairs. They got the runner first base in a pickle. And he's going to get picked off at first base. Flatt took off, and McGuire did not. Cheek's going to throw behind him and end the inning. Raiders lead 1. They trail at 7-4 as we head to the 7th. We'll return after this on Kool TV.
Baseball and softball seasons are here, and Grayson Sporting Goods is your one-stop shop for everything from bats and gloves to helmets and accessories. No matter the age, Grayson Sporting Goods has the size to get your favorite star ready to hit the field. Grayson Sporting Goods also offers a full selection of East and West Carter team gear with custom printing and embroidery available on many items. Stop by Grayson Sporting Goods, located on Main Street in downtown Grayson, proudly serving Carter County and surrounding counties since 1975.
Here at Papa John's, we know our stuff.
That's why we hand stuff every Epic Stuffed Crust with a whole lot of flavor.
And we always start with our fresh, never frozen dough.
We never stop exploring new flavors of stuff into our crust. And just wait until you see what we're cooking up next.
The new cheesy calzone epic stuffed crust, hand stuffed with a blend of garlic herb ricotta and mozzarella. Because no one stuffs a crust like Papa John's.
Top of the 7th inning, 7-3 Martin County. Trying to avenge a 14-1 loss to the Raiders back on April the 12th. down on their home field. Raiders had 2 on, but some careless base running gets picked off to end the frame. So the Raiders will come to the plate in the home half of this inning at 4, 5, and 6. Yoke, Pennington, and Steele needing at least 4 runs. Martin County will start with their 6, 7, and 8 hitters in this frame, trying to extend this lead. They went scoreless through the first 3 frames. They put up 3, 2, and 2 in the last 3. Ryan Stevens steps in 1 for 2. Fly out to left, single to center, and walked. This one's fouled away on the first base side. Reds Braves headed to the 11th. Still tied at 4. Braves had the potential winning run at third base, and the Reds made a stellar defensive play to cut the runner down at the plate. There's the 1-1. Downstairs, 2-1. On the outside corner, called strike, 2-2. Little yin and yang right there, I think. The 2-2. Fouled away. Angels have extended their lead over the Blue Jays 3-0. Stevens settles back in, a 2-2 from Yoke. That one gets away from him. That looked like his knuckleball attempt. Pretty sure when he threw that, he threw that a little bit up in Lewis County when I had them up there against the Lions. A payoff pitch in the dirt, ball 4, and a leadoff man aboard. Connor Robinson told me before the game, he said the walks have been our bugaboo this year. 7th free pass of the ball game, given up by Raiders pitching. So Dylan Hale, 2 for 3, steps in. And misses low for a ball. You talk about 7 walks. I mean, you're 2 batters away from another free rotation through the order. One-0 pitch down the line and right, bending toward the line. This is trouble, and it's going to get foul, though. Pennington was on his horse trying to get to it. But it'll fall harmlessly in for a foul ball, and the count will even at 1-1 on the left fielder for the visiting Cardinals. Stevens takes his lead from first. Yoke to the plate and slings that one wide. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. 2-2. I can tell if that's a dog or a turkey. 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Nice job by Vallandigham to keep that in front of him. 3-2. Some odd cheering noises coming from the Martin County dugout. Sounds like a mix between a Chihuahua and a turkey. See if they put the runner in motion with a payoff pitch coming. They do not, and it's fouled away. Three balls, two strikes. Nobody out, a runner aboard. 7-3. Martin County leading it here in the 7th. Jokicek, the runner at first. A little flare over into right, and that one's going to find green grass. Stevens is going to make a hard turn at second base. He'll slam on the brakes there. And there's two on, but nobody out here in the 7th. So Hunter Moore comes in 0 for 3. 2 ground outs and a fielder's choice out to second base. That one's high and past the catcher, and both runners are going to move up. That's going to have to bring the infield in now. Nobody out. So Stevens to third, Hale out at second base now. Yoke will work from the windup as the infield does draw in. And he misses up and in for a ball 2-0. Three balls and no strikes. Pipes that one right down Broadway, 3-1. Three-one. Fouled away. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Hale is getting about a 50-foot lead out at second base when they go to the plate. He's all the way past the shortstop. 3-2, downstairs, ball 4, and they're loaded. Action in the Raiders' bullpen. As Knox Maynard comes in. One and one. Two balls and a strike. Nowhere to put him. Got to come to him here. With still nobody out here in the 7th. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Maynard 0 for 1. Struck out swinging his first time through tonight. Foul tipped. Landingham cannot handle the pitch, and Maynard will stay around for another. The 2-2. Foul tipped into the mid, strike number 3, 1 down in the inning. Now let's see if they push the middle infield back for double play depth or not, as we're going to go back to the top of the order and Aiden Horn. Horn 1 for 3. Singled on a line drive to left his last time through. He's gone to the left side all 3 times he's put contact on the ball, but before we do anything, Connor Robinson's headed to the bump. He's going to take the ball from Mr. Yoke, and we're going to get a call to the bullpen. We'll step out for a break. We'll break it down when we return after this here on Kool TV.
I'm Shane Wallingford. I'm President and CEO of JSB Industrial Solutions. JSB Industrial Solutions is a manufacturer of many products. We took a shotgun approach to our business. We take each project individually and break it down into the smallest bits, communicate effectively, and move forward. Our vision is basically to make your problem our successful business.
Since 1932, we've been a proud part of Kentucky, dedicated to serving our members with integrity, respect, and a commitment to excellence. We believe that by working together, we can create a brighter future for everyone. Whether you're saving for a new home, planning for retirement, or starting your own business, we're here to help you every step of the way. So stop wishing and start doing. And let's build a financially successful future together. Thank you for being a part of our journey.
Call to the bullpen for the Raiders as Brody Flatt will take the bump, making his first appearance on the season. Heck of an opportunity here for the young cat to come in. 1 out in a 7-3 ball game and the bases loaded. You don't get any bigger than this. I mean, this is like the guy that walks in and hits his first career hit and it's a grand slam. You just walk over, hand the bat to the coach, says, I'm done, thanks. I don't have anything else to do. He walks in here, gets him a ground ball double play or a line ball double play, gets out of the inning. He'll walk over and tell Connor Robinson, I'm retired. I'll take my 0 ERA and I'm done. So Stevens is at third, Hale at second, Moore at first. Trying to keep it at a 4-run deficit with lots of work to do in the home 7th for the Raiders. 7 runs, 10 hits, 5 errors for Martin County. 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for East Carter. And we go back to the top of the order and Aiden Horn. Corners in, middle back. And the first pitch in there for a call and strike. That's how you work it. The 0-1. Just down for a ball, 1-0. The 1-1. Hard hit ball to third. McGuire comes to the plate. That's a high throw. Nice job by Van Landingham to handle it and come back down and find the plate to get the force out. And there's 2 down in the inning. So 5-2 on the putout as everybody advances 90 feet. But a huge out there by the third baseman on the high throw, and Vallandingham climbs the ladder and comes back down and finds the plate. So 2 down in the inning. Everybody settles back now, and Blake LeMaster 1 for 4 steps in. And a swing and a miss. The 0-1. Well struck, but right at Rice in center. The senior runs under it and ends the inning. Martin County threatens, but for the first time since the 4th, they do not play to run. Raiders have some work to do as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning in a 7-3 ball game. Back after this on Kool TV.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella.
Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles.
Cream
and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations, and they carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Bottom of the 7th inning, 7-3 Martin County in front of East Carter. Raiders with some work to do here in the home 7th. After the freshman, Brody Flatt comes on and slams the door shut. And for the first time in 4 innings, Martin County doesn't play to run. All 7 of the runs coming in the 4th, 5th, and 6th, 3, 2, and 2. Raiders with runs in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, 1 each. But they have not played at anything since. So, Raiders in the heart of their order, 4, 5, and 6, Yoke, Pennington, and Steele, the 3 that'll go here in the frame. But it's going to take more than just those 3 as they trail by 4. Martin County trying to spoil senior night for the Raiders. And we have made a consensus here in the press box. Any more games that Zach Moore is assigned to, if I'm doing it on TV, I'm not coming. It is past my bedtime and 2 back-to-back nights. Landon Yoke 0 for 3. He was at the plate in the 6th when the inning ended after Flatt got picked off over at first base on a back pick from the catcher. So Maynard high on the bump, starting his 2nd inning of work. And he starts things off with a pitch at the knees for a called strike. Reds and Braves threatening to go to the 12th. Braves with 2 on but 2 out in the bottom of the 11th. 0-1 goes over top of his head to the backstop, 1-1. Angels lead the Blue Jays 4-1. Blue Jays threatening, though. They've got 2 in scoring position with 1 out in the 3rd inning. Dodgers D-backs scoreless. The 1-1. Lifted skyward in the elevator shaft behind the plate. Cheek giving it a look at the screen. He'll haul it in. 1 away in the inning. So Colin Pennington comes in, 0 for 2. At the knees for a cold strike. That sounds my luggage locker. Accommodation for it. The 0-1. One of the things you'll see whenever teams give 4 digits, one of those digits is being omitted. They've got it set up to where you can use the same wristbands and you can throw other numbers in, so you can either drop off the middle numbers, one of the first or the last or something to switch things up. You just got to make certain that everybody's on the same page of knowing which one's which. This one's chopped foul. Braves winning over the Reds, 5-4. They walk it off in the 11th. It's got to suck being a Reds fan. I'm a Red Sox fan. I mean, it's brutal for them, but as Reds fans, it's got to be bad. You lose Hunter Green last night, and then a game you've got a 4-2 lead in the 9th. Give it up in the bottom half of the 9th, and then lose it in the 11th. 2-2. The sad part about Cincinnati is every time they get good players, they'll find some way to not keep them around. 2-2. Hard hit ball down the line, bending at the line and just foul. That's where they messed the lineup. That was that squiggle. It squiggled the wrong way. Yeah, who painted that line? Now you look at the Reds, Hunter Green and Ellie De La Cruz. Take your pick of which one's not going to be there within the next 2 seasons. One of those will be in pinstripes and the other one will be in Dodger blue. Here's the 2-2. Slow rolled out to short. Stacy fields and throws. 2 down. Pennington was trying to get late time at the plate. Was not granted it. So now the Raiders down to their final out of the ball game, and Riley Steele comes in, who's 0 for 2. Fastball to the outside corner, but misses for a ball 1-0 as it pops the mitt. Two 2-0. When you know the only 2 restaurants open in Grayson on your way out of town is Taco Bell and Wendy's, you know it's been a late night in Grayson. Maynard set from the belt. The 2-0. Top of the zone, but misses for a ball 3-0. Martin County's going to get home tomorrow. They've still got a good hour and a half to get home tonight. Got a feeling these kids won't be going to school first thing in the morning, especially if they get a win here tonight on the road. Three-0 pitch. And they may be able to stop at the Castle on the way back through Louisa. It's always open. Three-1. Downstairs, ball 4, and the inning continues for the Raiders. So Steele on board. Mason Vallandingham comes in, 0 for 1, hit by a pitch, grounded out and a walk. Raiders down to their final out of the ball game, trailing 7-3. Maynard trying to seal it down. Grabs the top of the zone for a called strike. Oh, and 2. Griffith would go next if the inning continues. Maynard from the belt. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's your ball game. Martin County wins this one 7-3. Post-game show when we return after this on Kool TV.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
The Greenup County Public Library System is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
Final score in this one, Martin County wins it over East Carter 7-3. Here's your final numbers. Cheek goes 3 for 3. Hale 3 for 4. They pounded out 6 of the 10 total hits by the visitors. East Carter tonight held to 5 hits. Logan Rice and Braden Flatt each with 2 of those. They'll go 2 for 4. Extra base hits, Lemastro a double, Lafferty with a triple. Logan Rice had a double for the Raiders. Pitching looks like this. Mann goes 4 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned. He struck out 2, walked 3. He'll take the win. Maynard throws 2 1/3 innings of work, 2 hits, no runs, struck out 3, walked a batter. Logan Rice works 4 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned, struck out 2, walked 2. He'll take the loss. Nolte works an inning and 2/3, 2 hits, 2 runs, all earned, struck out 2, walked 2. Yoke 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 1 run, unearned, walked 4, struck out 2. And Brody Flatt, the final 2/3 of an inning of scoreless, hitless baseball. Final box score looks like this for Martin County. 7 runs on 10 hits, 5 errors. They leave 10 runners on base. East Carter 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. They also leave 2 runners on base. 2 hours and 54 minutes to decide this one. And it's a 7-3 win for the visiting Cardinals of Martin County. Hat tip to my crew tonight, Trey and Felicia Collier. Big hat tip also to Connor Robinson and his great staff here at East Carter Baseball. That's it for our coverage here tonight. Again, your final 7-3. Martin County wins it. For Trey and Felicia Collier, everyone at the Coit Sports Network, I'm James Collier saying so long from East Carter.
Thank you for watching another East Carter Raiders broadcast live on Kool TV. This broadcast of East Carter Raiders baseball has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Kool Sports Network and Kool TV.